Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Heather. Sorry I've not been around in a while, guys. I've kind of been in a funk. I decorated somewhat for Christmas, not fully. I still have to do my outside, so I'm gonna vlog that all separately. Most of my lights are still up. A lot of it aren't. Like, you know the old school big glass bulb ones for outside back in like the 80s? Yeah, have those. So, those are gonna go up on the poles and down the banisters and shit. But I really wanted to talk about having chronic pain while putting up Christmas decorations. So, some of you, I haven't been on in a while, so I don't know how much I've told you already, and I'm not going to go back. My left leg, my left foot, my arch is shattered. They did one of those bone scans, the density scans or whatever, because they were really convinced I had osteoporosis because of my severe vitamin D deficiency. Now, people are like, oh, everybody's vitamin D deficient. No, not really. It's normally in the wintertime people are because they're not with the sun. But normally it's like a minor one. You take a couple pills, you're fine. I was depleted. I had none, which was because of MS, my other autoimmune disease that I was blessed with. Actually, I have neuromyelitis optica, which back in the day they used to think was a form of MS, which it kind of sort of is, but not. MS messes with one of your eyes' vision, never both. Neuromyelitis optica can make you blind completely, can take away partial your blindness. Like, I have no peripheral vision. I only see what I look at. So, like, another story, real quick. A mouse ran across my living room. I didn't even see because I can't see. I'll get to that in a minute. Because I got OCD and I got issues. And it annoys me that the tenant downstairs is not neat. And they just moved into the house next door and other people. And ever since then, we've had a problem with a mouse issue. I mean, it's not a big one. Not at all. There's Thomas. My little bougie man. But I want to state that I put the entire Christmas tree up by myself. And actually, all the Christmas decorations I put up by myself. In one day. Yeah, it was roughly one day. The pain with a shattered arch on the left foot, a torn Achilles heel on the right foot still, and my right knee is still bone on bone on the inside part of the knee and super fucking painful. So it's like, they're like, Heather, you need to lose weight because I was put on too many meds that made me blow up like a balloon. But when I did, I kept breaking my freaking bones. And I was like, guys, listen, how am I supposed to lose weight? Because when normally I'm a skinny person, guys. My whole life I've been skinny. And anytime I've gained weight, it hurts too much. I don't know how overweight people do it. It's been not even a year since I've gained all this weight, but I hate it. It's not the first time. Obviously, I gained a lot with Thomas. I had gestational diabetes. I've gained weight when I was with my last ex because all he did was eat crap. But I've noticed when I get into a different relationship, I gain weight. That's a whole other video we're going to chat about. But when you gain weight and you're not used to being overweight, and you gain weight suddenly, it puts so much pressure and pain on your joints, your spine, your back. Lose weight as quick as you can. Unfortunately, I don't eat a whole lot to begin with. And I still can't lose the freaking weight. And it's getting to me because I'm not used to being this overweight. I gained 40 pounds. And it's a lot. And I try not to get upset over it because it's not going to really do much. Hopefully they can fix my bone situation. Now my orthopedic that's in my town, it's been my orthopedic. But he'll do like an injection in my knee and call it good. He doesn't like, when I broke my cuboid bone this summer, and an x-ray doesn't show my cuboid bone. And they told him that. So Mallory, my primary, did an MRI on it, which showed my cuboid bone broken in half, like a lightning bolt. So he went to go check on it again. Guess what he did? A fucking x-ray. And the radiologist was like, dude, we just told you we cannot see our cuboid bone with an x-ray. So he still doesn't do an MRI. Pretty sure it healed. I always know when I break a foot bone, because when I stretch my body out, it causes immense pain the second you stretch. Like, you immediately stop stretching. Like, it's super painful. So I don't have that with that part. I do with my arch, though. So my primary is really PO'd that my orthopedic here, which he's a PA, He's not an actual doctor, but he's a physician assistant. And he's basically like, well, you can't take ibuprofen or anything because you're allergic to it. And, you know, you have autoimmune diseases, so you're pretty much shit out of luck. And that pissed off my primary. So she's going to send me to Albany to speak to somebody who actually is smart in orthopedic with autoimmune diseases. I was an athlete my whole life, guys. My entire life. And I have a lot of wear and tear. And then I have autoimmune on top of it, which is a holy hot mess. That's why I try to get him, who has autoimmune too, to learn from me. Dude, don't overdo it. Don't do whatever. You're going to hurt yourself. So, I push myself on a daily basis. And I've had this shattered arch for freaking forever. It's not healing. And it's really peeing me off. I don't know why it's not healing. It's been months. I don't know what's happening. Like, I don't at all. And don't tell me to use a boot because it doesn't work. It actually made it worse. So don't even. I do, however, have a pink cane. But it helps. I use it on my right side because it helps my knee and takes the pressure off of it. But my foot, it's a... When I did all this Christmas stuff that I'm going to show you in a second, my foot was such a swollen balloon that walking on it, it felt like I was on like a bubble. And I kept like, it was not stable. I'm going to show you. Hold on. I got to get up. Oh, first I'm going to show you guys these. Before my grandmother passed away and she came to visit me, me and her went to like antiquing and all that because we like to do that. And she got me one of these, which is this one. Which, it sucks you don't see every detail because it's actually way prettier than what the camera's showing you. But I have other ones I'll show you in a minute. Here's Thomas walking constantly back and forth, driving me absolutely insane in this video. Kids. Sorry, guys. But I got myself a pink cane because I'm a diva. Listen, I was totally against my whole entire life because they knew I had MS or a form of it. They didn't think it was neuromyelitis optica. Neuromyelitis optica is the most severe, rare disease as far as something similar as MS. It is rare, and it's pretty deadly. It's a terminal disease. So when they checked it and went to the Mayo Clinic and it came back as super high positive, like I was late with the diagnosis, which I don't know why they didn't check me earlier with the simple blood test. But I also got into a fight with the MS clinic because they're like, oh, we want to do a spinal tap on you. And I'm like, I have 8 diseases. That's not even going to be a legit test because I have too many diseases that would mess up the test and what it would really tell. So it's pointless to do it. Plus, the blood test came out strong positive. You already have your freaking answer. Plus, the MRI from my brain all the way down to the end of my spine filled with lesions. Filled. Actually, my rheumatologist, not my rheumatologist, my neurologist could not believe it on how bad it was. He wasn't expecting it to be that bad. And he goes, you handle pain like a champ, man. Because he's like, I know people with less stuff that are like hypochondriacs. And I'm like, I get used to it. And what's the point of bitching and complaining, right? It doesn't solve anything. You ain't going to take away my pain, so what's the point? But he's afraid to treat me. So the MS clinic, they're just assholes. They don't communicate. They don't talk to you. My doctor is garbage. So I asked my original OG neurologist, Dr. Cummings, love him to death. And he was like, Heather, listen, I'm really afraid to hurt you. He goes, if I give you one medication, it can mess up your other ones. It can kill you. And he's 100% right. But that's what I told him. I was like, dude, I don't want to be put on an autoimmune suppressant. I almost died when Dr. Shapiro did that. It's rare, it happens, but I had a bad reaction because I have too many diseases. So it might have helped for scleroderma, which is what they were doing it for, but it ended up pissing off neuromyelitis optica and some of my other diseases. So I'm like, I don't want that. I just want help with flare-ups and this neuropathy shit because this is getting ridiculous. And he's like, well, I want you to see a rheumatologist, which I do a couple days after Christmas. Oh my God, he keeps moving his freaking office, so getting Medicaid to approve it, which I ended up losing my shit on Medicaid, guys. I was like, listen, for 1 year, I've been trying to you guys to prove me so I can do this. I'm legally blind. I've been seeing him, if you look in your records, for a long time. He moved his damn office. We keep sending you over the information. You keep saying you haven't gotten it for freaking 6 times we've done it over the years. And I'm like, I've done everything you've asked me to do, and I'm gonna die by the time you fucking allow me to go see him. So cut your fucking shit. Like, I lost it through the email, because I have the email. Anybody in New York needs their email, I got you. They answer very quickly, because not many people have their email. But they messaged me an hour later, and they were like, we are really sorry for what you're going through. And I spoke to my supervisor, my manager, and they're going to approve it. You're good for the next year. Go see your doctor. And I was like, thank you. I really do appreciate it, because you guys are putting me through hell. And it might have not been you or your manager, but other people were. And you guys could check my file every time I speak to somebody. It's been a fucking nightmare. Like, they really make people not want to see their doctor. I'm just saying. I'm going to actually put on my Christmas tree, guys, so you guys can see the lights, but it's still daylight outside. Sorry, I don't edit. I like to just talk to people like they're real, you know? This is my Christmas tree. Yes, I decorated all on my own. My pretty angel. I actually rewired her because I didn't want to lose her. She wasn't working this year, so I refixed her. I was a single mom for 15 years. I did everything myself, so I'm very handy. I literally fix and do everything myself. So yeah, that's what happens when you're a single mom, you know, for so long. Even now that I'm married, I still do everything. I really do. It's like I found a, you know, indication, a mouse or whatever. And I immediately try to get copper and stainless steel and plug any holes I see. Or, Thomas, what are you doing? Hold on, guys. Being a mom sometimes is really annoying. Thomas fell fucking around in the kitchen. He's like, well, I'm looking for a hole or anything. And I'm like, why is it every time I try to video, I have to stop it or redo it because one of my kids do something for some of a kind of attention? Being a parent is not easy. So when everybody's like, Heather, why didn't you have done videos? I'm like, No, I feel like the older my kids got, the more of a handful they became. Because when they were 2, 3, all that, they didn't have terrible 2s. They learned the first time. I was like, I don't give in. That's why kids go through terrible 2s and 3s. Because parents give in. Give them whatever they want to shut them up. I was never that type of parent. I was like, you act good, you get good. You don't act good, you're going to get bad. You're not going to get anything. So, anyway, I'll show you guys my Christmas tree. Some of the ornaments. I have a lot of old classical ones, and then I have this one's one of my faves. The chocolate-covered strawberry. Then I have old school ones. I actually found this at the hospice place that sells stuff. And I'm always getting stuff from them. They used to be a lot better. Once COVID happened, it's like they redid their store and they got rid of all the good stuff, which stinks. But yeah, I have all... You really can't see much in this video because it doesn't show you much. Then I have a Thomas Kincaid ornament. Me and my husband's ornaments. That was last year. Essential Perk. This is our ornament from this year. So yeah, I've been pretty busy. I even put up all different of our stockings, the ones by the TV. This, I don't know how much, oh, I got to change for today. But this is all the decorations for the TV, the fireplace thing. We actually ordered this on Amazon because here's the deal. We don't control our own heat. Hold on, guys. There we go. So we don't control our own heat. My landlord has all the ability to, and actually the people downstairs do now that he moved. And a couple of years ago, these people went in, or like not even 2 years yet, and they control the heat. So we don't control the heat in our house at all. And I have Raynaud's, which if some people don't know that, it's an autoimmune disease. It's the blood vessels in your hands. You can lose limbs. It's no joke. So we ended up getting this one. I have another electric fireplace too as well. But I just decorated everything for Christmas. A lot of this stuff, guys, honestly, except for this is a Yankee Candle. A lot of this I got at, like a thrift store. Silks and Treasures is like, I would say, a high-end thrift store. They don't allow anything bad, damaged, ruined, nothing at all. This is my centerpiece for a coffee table, if you can see it. And I have more Christmas stuff all around. You know, I've always had this up, Christmas wishes and mistletoe kisses. And our overhangs of the lights. So yeah, I've been pretty busy. Actually, it's been quite painful and quite swollen. I've been filling up holes, doing all that. I ran out of stainless steel and copper though. My landlord did this kitchen for me. Like, I don't know, 4 years ago. Something like that. But he must have did it really ghetto-ly, because there's a lot of spaces, a lot of holes. Like, they refitted it for another kitchen and then tried to work it into mine. And there's a lot of extra holes. So I've been trying to fill holes. I have a Lazy Susan cabinet in here. And I have a trap right in here. It's always the no-see spin traps. I use these guys. No, I don't use the glue traps. I don't want to see or deal with that. Or the normal snap cheese ones. I use that. Kills it immediately. Boom, done. But it's been going on the top part of the Lazy Susan. I'm like, how the hell are they getting in that cabinet? Like, it's a brand new cabinet, no holes. Well, apparently, up top of the wood, they could easily hop in another hole somewhere and track along and drop down into the cabinet. So I covered it with copper and stainless steel. By the way, I prefer copper. It's actually, they can't bite through either, but copper is normally ideal. Because it's really a lot harder than stainless steel is. And honestly, you get like 2 circle things for $1 at Dollar General in the cleaning section. So those actually, I have to vacuum it up because I have like shards everywhere from cutting it and trying to fit in spots. But yeah, I've been really freaking busy. Really busy. And I'm stressed out and I'm tired. And I'm very frustrated. Because we depend on our doctors, you know. And I feel like they just don't give 2 shits what happens to me. And my primary, most of the time, is helpful. She does care about quality of life. And she knows I have way too many diseases and I must be in a lot of pain. I do have pain meds, but they don't work, guys. And it's not like I'm on a high dosage. I don't want to be on high dosage. I just want to have the edge off, you know? I don't want to have severe, horrible pain like I do all the time. And sleeping is really difficult. On the weekends, Friday and Saturday, me and Thomas camp out in the living room. I sleep on my lounger, but I have to hang my feet off the lounger because my arch is so fucked up. And the pressure of any couch or bed hurts it. But Monday through Thursday, I'm with my husband in the bedroom. But me and Thomas, for years, before me and my husband ever got together and we were just friends, me and Thomas always camped out. So I wasn't going to stop doing that now that I'm married. No. I'm still going to spend time with my kids and do stuff with them. But I don't think, to me, being married and having, like, say, you're with somebody for 3 years, you live together, to me it's the same thing, just with a certificate. That's all there is. It really is. People freak out when they get married. But it's literally the same thing. Does my husband drive me nuts? Absolutely. I don't know one married couple that they're not driven crazy by their spouse. Like, I have OCD and I'm a clean freak. He isn't. I can cook very well. He can't cook at all. Like, he might be able to throw a burger on a barbecue, but as far as cooking dinners, no. So I don't get a whole lot of help because I do the cleaning and stuff. But with the kids, I flat out tell them, you guys need to help. They made a whole big spiel for me not to do so much cleaning anymore. And sorry guys. But I always said, oh, you have to do so much, we'll help you do all that. I knew they were all talk. And I'm sure a lot of you guys all go through the same thing. And I was always told in my life, you want something done, you got to do it yourself. If you want it done right. But it's just, I've been so busy lately, guys, and so stressed out, and going through so much. Every time my bone heals, another one breaks. And I'm not even kidding. It's literally within that same month it heals, another one breaks. And they did, like I said, they did the bone density test, but they went for bones that are my strongest. Why don't you check the bones that constantly break? Like, you'd think that'd be common sense. All they check is your lower back, your hip, and maybe your forearm. Okay, but what if I break my foot all the time? You can have osteoporosis in just one bone, or in all your bones, or in 2 bones, you know, and it won't be the bones that they're checking. That's why I think it's total BS. And even my autoimmune doctor said, why didn't they just check your feet? He's like, wouldn't that be common sense, since you're an autoimmune patient and you're an athlete and, you know, you're constantly breaking them? It's just common sense. I'm like, well, common sense doesn't happen often. It should be called rare sense. But yeah, guys, I've been just super busy. I've just been in a lot of freaking pain. The pain I've been in is ridiculous. And it's really hard to decorate and to be perky while decorating when you're in so much pain. Chronic pain is no joke. Hint the word chronic. And people who don't have chronic pain have no freaking idea. They're like, oh, I don't see why you can't do this. Take a week, just 1 week in my body. And I want to see how much babies there are once they step in my shoes. I say that to my husband all the time. I was like, you guys act like I'm Superwoman. I'm like, step in my shoes. Just step in my shoes for a week. I want to see if you guys can handle it. Seriously. And I'm like, if we could do that, I would do that in a heartbeat. Because honestly, I don't think they could handle it. But I just wish there was more things out there in the world for chronic pain patients. And I hope one day there is. But I'm making this video way too long, guys. I'll make another video doing separate things. If you ever want me to do certain videos, let me know. I did stop BoxyCharm because they used to give great stuff, and now they haven't been. And I don't really know why. Like, I'm getting garbage. I literally make my own file, which they're great at normally going by. But the last 2 boxes, no. I'm getting makeup, and I specifically said skincare. I'm like, I don't want the garbage makeup you're giving me. That makeup is literally garbage. I don't like those brands. They're garbage. And I told you guys that. But you keep doing it anyway. So what I do is they have refreshers now, which is their razor, a cartridge, all that jam stuff. I actually like it, but I think I'm allergic to it. I got to do another test. It works. Like, guys, it cuts like butter. You don't have to go over 1,000 spots. You don't have to do any of that. It's so easy to freaking shave your legs. It's amazing. I'm getting hives after my shower just on my left ankle. So I don't know if it's the strip I'm sensitive to or just that part, because, you know, I have scleroderma. So it could be just my sensitivity in just one part of my body, which is weird. But you guys should really try it. It's amazing. But I will show a video of you guys so you can see what it is and what I'm talking about. It works so good. I love how soft it makes my legs. So yeah, I canceled out the BoxyCharm makeup and skincare stuff, but I am doing their shower refreshers. So I'll show you guys a video of it later on, but I love you guys. Hope you guys have a Merry Christmas. And don't forget, I do have Christmas cards going out. If you want a Christmas card, make sure you email me. I had there be Denture Diva. I'll put it in the description here. But make sure, you know, you email me where my email is. Again, hour next to tell this video, press it down. It'll tell you. So email me, subject Christmas cards, and then the main body, you need to do your full name and full complete address, how you would put it on an envelope. But I love you guys. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Later.